But I want to share something that I am finding within my comment section of the vigilante parents that I have featured. So, my comment section is more like just qualitative observations. They're not set in stone, they're not population data or anything like that, which is why um, the purpose of this video is I would like to know, how do I find this information? So, the information that I'm interested in finding is I'm seeing an emerging pattern in my audience responses per vigilante video that I have done. And it is showing me like another thread, another side to this whole series that I have decided to do. And just some notes that I took is who is culturally permitted to be violent in the defense of a child and still be understood as a good parent. I'm just taking this from the series episodes that I have posted across platforms and just been looking at the comments and their responses. So far this is what I have gathered as far as cultural archetypes amongst the vigilante parents in the comment section. So, white father viewed as protector. So his violence can be interpreted through traditional masculinity. A father protects his family. The violence becomes evidence of fatherhood rather than necessarily a contradiction of it. White mother, a mama bear archetype. Female violence ordinarily violates femininity norms, but motherhood provides a culturally legible exception. She became violent because somebody threatened her baby. Violence gets transformed into maternal instinct. Now, because I do not have a lot of cases when it comes to um, black vigilante parents, I am working with very little data in that area. So I I've covered one lady, and her name is escaping me right now. Oh my gosh. Weems, Shanteria Weems. I just did hers, I think a week and a half ago. And then obviously all of this grew from the Kendra Scott um, alleged shooting up in Memphis. So this is where all this comes from. So far, those are the only two black female vigilante parents that I know of. If you all know any more, please send them my way. Then, as far as black male vigilante parents, I don't have any data on that. So, if you all would so kindly also send me those if you know of any. Now, when it comes to the black mother, based on, and again, this is all qualitative, right? It comes across potentially aggressor slash bad mother. So this is where the intersectionality becomes useful. Black women don't enter the cultural imagination with the same presumption of feminine vulnerability or maternal innocence. Scholarship on black motherhood documents long-standing controlling images and persistent bad black mother narrative. Research also finds that black mothers can experience institutional scrutiny in which their parenting itself is interpreted through a more punitive lens. So, the exact same behavior can encounter a different interpretive frame. And then there's the another contradiction in the black mother stereotype. She is expected to be extraordinarily protective while simultaneously being punished for how she protects. I saw that a lot in my comment section on Facebook regarding Kendra Scott, and that went on for days. So, research examining the super strong black mother describes essentially this bind. Black mothers can be celebrated for extraordinary strength and responsibility for keeping children safe, while that expectation simultaneously implies that mothers are responsible when children aren't kept safe or controlled. So, that is just kind of what I've been seeing. And then, so speaking about the children, so if these cases involve daughters, we've seen strong evidence that black girls are perceived as less innocent and less in need of protection than white girls. Adultification research finds these differences emerging astonishingly early in childhood, and newer experimental work continues to find radicalized differences in how adult like black girls are perceived. That is why a lot of us are so hard on y'all that like to call black girls fast, because these are the things that go into research. Okay. So when you have certain mindsets around, especially children, it goes beyond just your little bubble. So now the cultural equation: white mother, vulnerable child, violence equals she protected her baby. But potentially, black mother, less culturally protected child plus violence equals why did she do that? So that is just something that I probably will start examining next. Um, because I'm not only asking through this series, when do we excuse extrajudicial violence, but I'm also asking, whose children do we believe deserve extraordinary protection and which parents are allowed to prove it. So thank you for listening to this rambling video. If you do have some suggestions for other vigilante parents, please, inbox me, DM me. Yeah. So